Okay, for this is chapter 3 for PowerPoint. For this one, you're going to need to download the files from the chapter 3 PowerPoint from the Northwest website. So get those downloaded. Go to the chapter 3 folder. Okay, find the birds PowerPoint file. Okay, if you have the picture, sometimes it's easier to find if you have the icons. It looks just like this, birds of a feather. Okay, we're going to go ahead and open that. Okay, you can open by double clicking. Okay, you can also, the other way you can open it is you can go into PowerPoint. Okay, you can choose File, Open, and then you can browse to the folder. And then find the PowerPoint birds.pptx and choose Open. Okay, so you can open it either way. Okay, once you have the birds file open, okay, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add a couple of pictures to the file. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to our Insert tab on the menu on the ribbon. We're going to go to Picture. Okay, in our chapter 3 folder, okay, we're going to find birds and sky, and we're going to choose Insert. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to make this about the same size as our slide. So we're going to just pull it up to the corner, and we're going to actually make this the same size. So don't worry about maintaining the aspect ratio. Okay, we're just going to pull it down, and then we're just going to drag this across, just like so. Okay, then we're going to go to the slide 3. Okay, and we're going to choose the Insert again, choose Picture. Okay, find the bird reflect picture, choose Insert. Okay, again, we're just going to go to bring it up to the corner, and we're going to make it fit on the slide. Okay, we're just going to fill up the whole slide with it. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to adjust the color of the slide. So with the slide 3 displayed, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the color. Okay, make sure you select the picture, choose your picture tools, contextual menu, choose Format, click on the picture, choose Color. Okay, we're going to go down in the last row, choose Blue, Accent Color 1, Light. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to go to picture 1. Okay, we're going to click on it to select. We're going to go to the color. Okay, and then this time what we're going to do is we're going to choose this one right here, the washout. Okay, we're going to choose the washout colors. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to apply an artistic effect. Okay, the artistic effects are right next to it. We're going to pull this down. Okay, and we're going to choose Film Grain. Okay, Film Grain is in the 3rd row. Okay, and it's the 3rd from the left. Okay, so we're going to apply Film Grain to our picture. Okay, then we're going to go to our 3rd slide again. We're going to add an artistic effect to this picture as well. So we're going to click on it. Okay, we're going to pull it down, and for this one we're going to choose Glow. There it is, Glow Diffused. This is the one that we're going to choose right here. Choose Glow Diffused. Okay, Glow Diffused. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do so that we can see the words is we're going to change the stacking order. So what we're going to do is we're going to send this to the back. So go where it says Send Backward. We're going to pull down and we're going to choose Send to Back. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the first slide. Okay, select the slide, the picture, pull it down, choose send to back. Okay, what that's going to do is it's going to send it all the way to the back so it's behind anything else that's on the slide. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to click on these on the top. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull this down like so. Okay, and then we're going to select the subtitle. Select it so that you have a solid border around the bottom, and then we're just going to click on it to delete. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to realign the paragraph text. So we're going to click on it and we're going to choose left to align it to the left. Okay. Then we're going to go down to the bird migration. We're going to choose right to align this one to the right. Okay, we're going to select it and we're going to pull it down. Like so. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to delete the last slide. So click on slide number 4 and just hit the delete button to delete that slide since we no longer need it. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at the different views for the slides. If you look down here in the bottom right hand corner, okay, you can see that there's different slide views. Okay, what I want you to do first is click on slide sorter. Okay, you can see that there's different views of the slides. Okay, the one that's selected is in yellow. Okay, next we're going to look at it in reading view. Okay, reading view is down here. It looks kind of like a book. Okay, you can navigate through the slides by using the little arrow. Click once, twice to click through. Okay, if you select on the menu, you can end the show. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go back to normal view. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to select the second slide. We're going to click on this piece of clip art right here. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to copy this piece of clip art. Okay, we're going to go to the first slide. Okay, and we're going to paste. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to resize it just a little bit. Just a little bit smaller. And we're going to position it right about right here. Okay, like so. About, let's see, oops. Should be about that big. Should go to about, let's see. Should be about, nope, it should be about, let's see. Should be about, right about there. Right about there. Okay, now, the next thing that we're going to do, okay, is we're going to make this a little bit bigger. So what we're going to do so that we can work with it is we're just going to make this about 150% or so. Okay, so that we can see what we're doing. Okay, now clip on the clip art here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go up here, okay, into our format. We're going to choose group and we're going to choose ungroup. And we're going to choose yes. Okay, and then we're going to do that again. Group, ungroup, group, ungroup. Okay, till it looks like this. Oh my goodness. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to click out. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is you're going to click right about here. Okay, so you're highlighting just the bird's beak. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into shape fill and we're going to choose this yellow right here. And what it should do is it should color the inside of the bird's beak. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to change the color of the leaves. So choose the leaf and select the color. And we're going to select the other leaves. Okay, we're going to select each leaf. And we're just going to color them all green. Just like so. And you can do them one at a time if you'd like. You don't have to do them all at the same time. You can do one at a time if you prefer. Okay, and the next thing you're going to do is you're going to click anywhere in the background so that you get this big box right around the outside, and you're going to select delete. Okay, just like so. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to click and you're going to choose shape. Oops, sorry. You're going to click and you're going to choose arrange, and we're going to choose regroup. Okay, now you should be able to move it a little bit, just like this. There we go. Okay, and it should be like that. It should be, the branch should be kind of there. There you go. Kind of like that. All right, so once you've got it all set up, once you've got it set so that you've got it set how you like it. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and save your assignment. And we're going to save it as bird migration. Okay, now then, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add some media to our PowerPoint presentation. So what you need to do is you need to click on slide 3. Okay, we're going to go to insert, and we're going to insert a video. Okay, and what you're going to do is go to the chapter 3 folder, and you're going to find this one, wildlife, and choose insert. Little choppy there. All right, well, it's in there anyway. Oh, not so good. Okay, so choose the playback. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to trim the video. Okay, now you can either trim it this way by going back and forth, And we want to go to about 24:6:34. Okay, or you can just click in here to trim it from there. Okay, so we're going to go OK to trim it. Not much better, but okay. Okay, so 24:6:34. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add here, let's make this a little bit smaller so you can see what's going on. Okay, so you can see that it's in the slide now. You can see how it goes into the slide. So what we're going to have to do is adjust the size of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by changing how it starts. We're going to have it start automatically. Okay, we're going to change the volume so that it doesn't have the music with the volume or with the video. Okay, and what we're going to do is okay, we're going to have it play full screen. So what it's going to do is instead of playing in the slide, it's going to actually switch to a full screen video. And then what we're going to do is since we put mute, instead of having to play its video file, we're going to put our own audio file on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose insert and we're going to put an audio file. And we're going to use one of the clip art audios. Now in your book it tells you to use, let's see, what does it tell you to use? I don't know what it tells you to use. It tells you to use Glade Birds. I couldn't find Glade Birds, so you can just do a search for birds and you know, find whatever you want. You know, just look for a bird and whatever bird you want to use. I'm going to use this one here, surfing gulls. I'm going to use that birds. Okay, you can listen to what the birds sound like, so you can like right click on it so you can hear it before you use it. So you can right click. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so there, that's what it sounds like. That looks kind of appropriate because there's like birds and stuff. Okay, so what you can do is, so we're going to put that in there. Okay, that's going to be our sound. And we're going to drag that up here. Okay, onto the slide. And we're going to change the playback. We're going to make it start automatically. Again, I'm going to hide it during the show so you can't see it. And then if you want, you can change the volume to medium or high or low. So they didn't change the volume, but if you want to, you can. We're going to have it loop until stopped too. Okay, so it's just going to keep playing. Okay, we're going to go to the birds of a feather. Okay. We're going to add some birds to that one too. So I'm going to do, I'm going to add this songbird, I think. Let's see what it sounds like. Sure, that sounds good. Okay, songbird, we're going to move that one down here. And we're going to do the same thing, start it automatically and hide during the show. Okay, we're going to change the way this looks. Okay, so click on that. Just like with your pictures, you can add formatting. So we're going to change the format of this. We're going to make it a little bit smaller. Okay, so see, now it doesn't take up so much of the screen. Okay, and then I'm going to go over here. Okay, I'm going to add a little clip. So I'm going to go back to Insert. Okay, I'm going to go to Picture. Okay, I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to add this. Okay, I'm going to change the size of it. I'm going to make it an inch by 147. Okay, now I'm going to save it to make sure. Okay, now the next thing that you can do, I'm going to close this. The next thing that you need to do, remember that you always have to spell check and everything your document before you turn things in, before you go to your presentation. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to replace some words. Okay, so let's say that you did this presentation. Instead of thrush, we're going to use the word wood thrush. So what we're going to do is go to the Home tab. Let's say you don't know where it is in the presentation. We can go in here, we can change thrush, and we can replace it with wood thrush. Okay, we can replace all, and 2 replacements are made. That way we know that all of the changes are made. We don't have to worry about going step by step through our presentation to find all of the changes. Okay, now if we want to change words, maybe we don't want to use the word, let's see, maybe we don't want to use the word defend. Okay, we don't know what word we want to use. We can find synonyms. Okay, so we use synonyms. Maybe we want to use the word protect instead of defend. Okay. As we can see, whoever did this has really bad spelling. So of course we always want to use spell check. So before we use spell check though, we want to add notes to our slide. Okay, so let's add some notes. At the first one, these notes, you can use these to put notes if you're going to do a presentation. We can add notes to remember what we're going to say. So for this one, we want to put more than 10,000 species of birds exist in the world. The largest bird is the ostrich. And the smallest is the hummingbird. They generally live in small groups, but some form huge flocks with thousands of members and a variety of species. Flocks help keep the birds safe while they search for food. Okay, and then we can add some down here too. Birds migrate to benefit from warm weather. Some can fly more than 6,000 miles without stopping. We can help bird migration by providing food, shelters, nest sites, and water. Okay, now, once you've got all your notes done, what you need to do is spelling and grammar check. So you're going to go to your review tab, spelling, okay, provising, okay, so we're going to, it's not there, providing, so we're going to change that, communicate, change that, territory, change that, okay, syringeal, or syringeal, I don't know how you pronounce that, that's right, we don't want to change that, so we can either ignore it, we can suggest it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to ignore that one. Okay, melodies, we're going to change that one. Beautiful, we're going to change that one. Simultaneously, we're going to change that. Official, we're going to change that. Our spelling check is complete. Okay. Now, if we wanted to print, we can print our note pages. Okay, so we're getting ready to go to our conference. We go to File, Print. Okay, and it asks us what we want to print. Okay, so we can print notes pages. Okay, we can print our outline. We can print our handouts. We can do one slide, we can do two slides, we can do 6 per slide. So if we're doing handouts to give, like if we're doing going to a conference and we're doing handouts for all the people at the conference, this is how, this is 1 slide per page. Now this doesn't print the notes on the page. This is just handouts. So it'd be 1 slide per page, 2 slides per page. This one is nice because it does the 3 sides and then it gives lines next to each slide so that people can take notes on the pages. Okay, these are the notes pages. See, you can see what it looks like. See, it has a picture of the slide so you know what slide you're supposed to be on, and then it has the notes underneath it. Okay, so that's how you print your note slides. Okay, and you don't have to print that out for the assignment, just so that you know how to print those slides out. Okay, so that's how you do those slides. That's how you do that. Make sure that you understand how to do that. All right, now if you want to make sure that your slides and your movies and everything work, of course we can go into our slideshow, view your slide from the beginning. Okay, seems like it works fine to me. So it looks really good. Now, something that you do have to know is that if you do not, you can't. This is not a part of the presentation. In order for the sounds are a part of the presentation. The movie is not a part of the presentation. And if you're sending this to someone, you have to send the movie with the presentation. Now I have a copy of the movie. I'm not worried about it. But if you were sending this to somebody, you'd have to zip it together into one folder and send both together. Okay, just so that you know. And that's how you would send it. Okay, that's it for that, and good luck.